Hi there, I'm Euge Valovirta and this is in the style of John 5. Alright, yes indeed, that was Feisty Cadavers. Well, from John 5's first solo album, Vertigo. This is actually the second song I ever heard of John's solo stuff, because it's the second song of the album. So he's fantastic player, basically can play anything. I mean, he's played with David Lee Roth, Marilyn Manson, currently plays with Rob Zombie, and you know, his successful solo career, he has released many awesome solo albums, and that hits really hard for me, hits home so to say, because he blends like country and metal, and I've always loved both and play, you know, a bit similarly than he. So when I first heard the album, I was like, oh man, yeah, that's my guy. So anyway, shortly about the gear. John uses Telecasters with humbucker pickups. So what I have here is a Tokai Tele with like real vintage low output antique series Duncans, so the sound isn't the same, but I had to use Tele, and I don't have, well, this is the only one I have. And then the signal goes to my huge pedal board like John's. No. There's Super Overdrive. It's a Waza version, but I'm using the standard one. I prefer that. And then Chorus Ensemble. I think John has used a Super Chorus, not quite same. And then good old Boss NS2 noise suppressor, because the SD can be a bit noisy, especially with single coil pickups. And then amps. John has used Marshalls, I guess, always. So what I have here is a TSL 100. I've seen like rig rundowns. John has had JVM, JCM900s, the Mode 4, but you know, this kind of modern Marshalls. So that's what I have here. Crunch channel. The basic sound is like this. And the song, you heard the ending. That's not from the song, but I was just wanted to incorporate many different techniques that John uses to that one song. It's a fantastic song and it covers quite well. I mean, just a small part because he's so versatile guy. Sorry to interrupt. I forgot to say that the signal goes from the speaker out to the reactive load, where I have Jens Bogren's Valovirta impulse response from his Bleed and Clean pack. Okay, now back to the... But let's go through the song and, you know, I'll show the licks and talk them a bit. So the tuning is standard E, but the low E string is tuned down to B. So it's basically like here, the drop. He uses a lot of different drop tunings, like Zakk Wylde or myself. So yeah, it's quite simple, but there's many classic stuff. Well, the main riff is... And John uses, if I've understood correct, like 9 to 42, 46 strings, so quite loose. What I have here is 10 to 46, so this is really loose, so you have to be careful when you pick that it doesn't go sharp. And, you know, it creates this certain sound because it's so wobbly. Cool. Okay, then the main riff, then comes this really cool, like, almost like Nino Berencourt style, like muted hammer-ons, like... Maybe a little bit gay. So it's like you pick and then I'm not exactly sure if it's like this because the tuning is low, but that sounded about right to me when I listened to the album. And then just hit the muted strings. Then the riff continues, then comes this chromatic lick, which John uses a lot. It was like crazy sounding, you know, like chromatic stuff, which is like, oh. But what I really like about this stuff, I use that too. It's just basically like, you know the rules, then it's fantastic. Just every now and then, just forget about them and play pure chromatics, like. So he uses this a lot. So basically, it's like this. And there's a rhythm, because I really needed to listen to what's going on. Again, I'm not completely sure if it's like this, but it sounds so kind of like. Like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Because it's in B, the key, so it starts on a B. And then moves just like half step from both directions. It creates this nice tension. And the playing is what I like, I guess I mentioned, or it's like really playful. Like, because in Finland, play means playing something, but there's a different word for like when children play, that leikkiä. So in English it's play, but we have different words. So I've always found John's playing leikkisä, playful, children's playful, like in a really good way. It's fantastic, really fresh. Okay, then comes. Oh yeah, I forgot the artificial harmonic thing. So it's basically like. And the chorus on, I used that, it sounded quite similar. So first this, which is really, this is actually like, you know, real artificial. And these are just, but when you do them fast, again this nice tension. And then the riff comes, and then there's one of the middle things is this chicken picking stuff. I think John uses his thumb and you know, fingers, but I use pick where John uses thumb. So kind of like SD off. So I've done a video about chicken picking, so if you're interested, go check my guitar lessons playlist. But it's I love chicken picking, you know. Okay, and then this sounds a bit strange when played slowly, but when you play it fast, it's really nice. And the melody, that's kind of based on a Phrygian. At least that's how I think. It's very. So 7 diatonic modes. Phrygian is this very, you know, evil classical sound. Randy Rhoads used a lot. Okay, and then solo. I improvised it totally. Just played kind of in the style of John 5. So what I did is kind of this pattern. What he uses a lot, kind of, you know, Eddie Van Halen thing, and I use this kind of licks too. This lick was for my solo, it was one song, but yeah, but so it's like. It's really cool, there's this tension, and then I ended with B, because it's in the key of B. So it's kind of right then. Okay, then what I did is I basically play the like this, same idea, and then again this idea from here, but I just did like chromatic stuff. And then this I added this last bit or this next bit isn't from the album version, but it's a technique or style that John uses every now and then. You know, it's good because now we've been basically playing chromatics, this really tension thing, and what he does sometimes, he just play arpeggios, and especially major arpeggios, which creates this wow. So that's what I did there. So what happens there is E, B, D, A, and then C, G, B. So what I basically did, I played arpeggios. Major arpeggios, but I tapped them like what John does also every now and then. Like that. E, then B, then D, A. And then I switched to like picked string skipping, picked arpeggios, C, G, B. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a bit hard to play since I don't have that much gain, but you know, if you can do it like this, it's easier with more gain. So there's lots of elements what he uses, like playful chromatics, arpeggios, tapped arpeggios, modes, pentatonics, fantastic stuff. And then about the tuning, because he uses a lot of different tunings. So one example, let me change the guitar and I'll show you. So one tuning that he uses is kind of like a double drop D. And what that means is you drop the low E string to D, back the gain a bit because these are much powerful pickups. So the standard drop, then you drop the high E also to D. So basically what you have, you have 3 different Gs, and then you can create with cool things like and more gain. So basically what I did there is again this little bit palm muted stuff what he used on the Feisty Cadavers, and then I pick the high E, chicken picking. Cool. And then he also uses like open tunings, like that you tune guitar into chord. Let me show you that. So hook up a tuner, so this is faster. So let's say we have a, you know, let's take the clean channel. E major chord. Okay, what we need to do if we want to have this as open tuning? So, okay, we need to raise the G string to G sharp. Okay, then this needs to, D string needs to be raised to E. And A string to B. And this low B now to E. And what we have is E major chord. Then what he does, he bends, you know, behind the nut. I must say that this is a bit... I'm not in my safe zone. Let's see what happens. So you have to really be, because these strings you need to press like one step. That was a bit up. This G string like half. But he does these things too, it's fantastic. Okay, hey, I could talk like hours about his playing, because like I said, he's so versatile. But let's close this video with a song from my solo album, Easy Does It, and that song is called John 5. The story is that I was like noodling and trying to remember one John 5 is like a chicken picking lick. Let me get another guitar. Then I came up with this. And then when I got my phone or went to home and listened to the song, I was like, man, this isn't anything like John 5 songs. And I was like, well, this is pretty cool. I'm gonna make my own song out of it. So the working title was John 5. And then when it was time to master the album, I still haven't figured out the title. And then we were just like, well, John 5 is as good name as anything else. So that's the story. I've done a lesson how to play this. I'll put a link there if you wanna check it out. But hey, thanks for watching. Hopefully, you know, you found this interesting and informative. And if you like, you know, please thumbs up and subscribe and so on. Let's listen a bit of John 5 from my solo album. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care. Euge, out.